Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, my name is Michael Shu and welcome. Today we're doing part 2 of tips on how to pass airline training. If you guys don't know, I've previously talked about how hard airline training is. You know, you've spent so much time, put so much work and effort and sacrificed so much to be in this position, to become an airline pilot. But you guys aren't there yet because you have to pass airline training, pass a check ride, get your type rating in order to become that airline pilot. And it is very difficult. There's just so much stress, so much pressure for you during training, and you don't want to mess it up. And that's why I'm here making these videos to help you, to give you the best chance you can to pass your airline training. Airline training is said to have around a 10% failure rate, which is pretty high, and that is true for my class as well. We had 30 people in my class and 3 people did not make it, unfortunately, and 10% is a pretty high number. And that's why I'm here making these videos, giving you guys tips to pass this airline training, because any help is gonna be a big help. Like I said, I wish I had these videos when I was going through training, and these are some tips that I had to really think about that really helped me. So I hope this video will help you. If you guys do find this video helpful, be sure to go down and smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It's gonna help me out a ton. And for all the people that are watching that did pass airline training, please leave in the comments below what are some of your tips and advices during airline training. I'm sure everyone else watching these videos would really appreciate it. So if you guys have any tips or advice during airline training, be sure to leave it down below. Without further ado, let's dive into this video. Tip number 1 is join the group chat. If your class does not have a group chat set up yet, I would highly recommend you setting one up, because that group chat is gonna be super helpful. Our class has a group chat. It was very helpful throughout airline training, and it was also very helpful right now, even after airline training, when we are flying the line. So make sure to join that group chat in your class. And if you don't have one, be the person to start it. There are a lot of questions especially during training. There's so many things that are happening, so many questions that you might not know, but someone else knows. That group chat for me was super helpful. And if I had any questions at all, I would just write it in the group chat and I would get a response probably immediately, because there are 29 other people in the group chat. Everyone in that group chat is trying to help each other. We're all trying to pass. We're all in it together with the same goal, and that is to become a successful airline pilot. So make sure you join the group chat. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, this is one you won't hear often, but tip number 2 is don't study ahead. Study what you're assigned to study for that day, and don't think about or look ahead for tomorrow or next week, because that will mess you up so much. My sim partner had a great idea. He loves studying. On his off time, he says he wants to get ahead and study more. But there's one time he decided to study ahead. We were in procedures and he was like, let me take a look at maneuvers. Opening it up and looking at maneuvers was so much information that kind of brain fried him, because it's so much information, it's so much new information. Information that we haven't even learned, information we haven't even talked about. And right now we are so busy and focused on what we're doing now, which was procedures. And if you go ahead and study ahead, your brain cannot comprehend the next stuff we have to study, because there's so much what we have to focus now that you don't have any brain capacity to focus on the future stuff. And if you do go look ahead, it's just gonna mess everything up. Confidence is another thing in airline training and also flying in general. To build up that confidence, but then to go look ahead and then be like, wow, this is so much, can I handle it? I'm not sure if I can do it. And then it shatters your confidence. That's gonna be bad. Make sure to not study ahead. Focus on what you need to study today. Study what you're assigned, and that's it. So worry about tomorrow or next week's lesson when the time comes. But all you have to worry is now. Take it one step at a time. That is huge. Don't study ahead. Focus on now. Take it one step at a time. Next step brings me to trust the process, which you are gonna hear multiple times during training. Because when you are first learning the materials, you are so confused. There is so much information that you need to learn and memorize, and things aren't clicking, and you are thinking to yourself, the check ride is in 2 weeks, the check ride's in a week. I have this test tomorrow. How can I possibly know it when there's so much information to know and things aren't clicking? But you also have to realize the airlines has done this many times. They have trained thousands of people and they have been successful. And they have a method and they have a process to make sure that you pass. And think about it, the airlines also want you to pass. They've invested so much money into you. They paid for your airplane ticket to get there. They're paying for your hotel while you're in training. They're paying for the instructors to be there. They have spent so much money and invested so much money in you that they want you to pass. So they have a process. So trust the process. Maybe the day before your test, you might be a little confused. Things aren't clicking, but let me tell you, when the test comes, everything will click and you will be fine. If you do the work they've assigned you and you've been asking questions and you've been diligent in studying every day, on the day of the test, you will do fine. Trust the process. The next advice I have for all of you guys is that an ad session is not bad. Every step you have a certain amount of lessons. So procedures, you have 5 lessons, let's say, and then you move on to maneuvers, you have 5 lessons, and then you go to loft, you have another 5 lessons. But let's say in procedures, you have 5 lessons, but after those 5 lessons, your instructor doesn't feel so sure, doesn't sign you off to take your test, and wants to give you an extra session. Keep in mind, that is not a bad thing, all right? I had a few extra ad sessions. During those ad sessions, I just felt so discouraged. I'm like, I must be so stupid. Why do I need an ad session? How come I can't get what I need to know in these 5 sessions? Am I in trouble? Is ad session bad? Let me tell you right now, an ad session is not bad. If they're willing to give you an extra session, it means they still believe in you. It means you're so close, you're almost there, and they think 1 extra session is gonna be good for you, all right? So an ad session is not bad. I would highly recommend asking for an ad session if you don't feel confident yet. If you ask for an extra ad session and your instructor thinks you don't need it, I would say trust your instructor, all right? If your instructor thinks you're ready, that means you're ready. But if your instructor decides to give you an ad session, just know it's not a bad thing. It's an extra lesson to help you be prepared, to help you get into shape that you need to be in order to pass the test. So ad session is not bad. That's all the tips I have to pass airline training. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you thought this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. It's gonna help me out a ton. I would really appreciate it. And like I said, if any of you guys are going through airline training or finish airline training, have any advice or tips of your own, please leave in the comments down below. We're here together. We're in it together. This is a supportive community that wants to help you pass this check ride, pass airline training so you can be an airline pilot. I'm here for you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram at MichaelHSU95. I want to be here for you and I want to pass. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope it was helpful and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.